Hello everyone, hope you've all had a good weekend. I had a horrible weekend. Got sick over the past couple of days, trying to recover. So I apologize in advance if my voice cracks or anything. My name is Brianna Munoz, and today I will be talking about listening and going into detail about empathetic listening. It's crazy to think that in an average adult life, about 40% of the time you spend listening. Just looking into this, it's crazy to think. But then there are differences between the different styles of listening. And according to our text, listening is defined as the learning process of receiving, interpreting, recalling, evaluating, and responding to verbal and nonverbal messages. But from all of these listening styles, not only is empathetic listening the most challenging form of listening, but to me, I feel like it's the most important listening type. Whenever we engage in empathetic listening, we try to not only understand and try to understand how the person who's talking to us feels and whatever they're thinking and feeling. And of course, when you're talking to somebody and somebody's talking to you, it's easy just to hear them out, but to really listen to them and be empathetic and try to understand what's going through. Because a lot of the cases, people think that, oh, like, since they come to my attention bringing this situation, like, I'm gonna talk to them about a similar situation that I've had to give them the best advice I can. But most of the time, people just want to be heard. They don't want, like, oh, this is what you should do or whatever. They just want to be heard with no response, no advice given. It's just nice to have somebody hear us out. In my opinion, I think that's really important. I had a friend a couple years ago, and she was going through a rough time, and she came to me. She lost her job. Her relationship, within her 4-year relationship, actually within a couple of days, just imploded, and things ended badly for her. She was having problems at school. She was facing academic promotion, and it was just like a bad point in her life. She lost a job and everything, and she reached out to me as a friend, and she just wanted to talk. She didn't ask for any of my advice or anything, and all I wanted to do was be there for my friend. And I heard everything she had to say. Like, of course, I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, what I wanted to tell her, but I knew it was in my place to tell her, like, oh, this is what you did wrong. This is what you should have done. I knew that I had to be there for her as a friend and not as a person who's judging her or telling her what to do next, that she just needed me to be there for her, comforting her. And she didn't want necessary feedback on what she was talking about. And at first, like a couple years ago, it was hard to understand because I was the type of friend that gave out good advice. And like whenever somebody came to me, they're like, oh, I'm having issues, I'm dealing with this, what should I do? And I always thought I had the right thing to say, but a lot of the time I didn't realize that a lot of people came to me for me to hear them out, because I gave them my full attention. I was in multitasking while I was listening to them. I was actually engaging in eye contact, understanding what they're going through, and not giving them feedback. I was just basically hearing them out, and I feel like that's what a lot of people need. And not only that, but I feel that empathetic listening helps us maintain the interpersonal relationships we have in our lives. And in order to do that, we need to stay committed and open-minded. As far as personal life, I feel like anybody in a relationship really knows how to the proper way to be empathetic, especially in listening, because we always have those fights with our boyfriends or girlfriends, and we feel that they did something wrong, and like sometimes just at the end of the day we just need to shut up and just listen to them talk. And same thing goes for school and professors, like coworkers or professors. Same thing, we just need to hear them out and not really say what's on our mind. I feel like it is vital, and a lot of the times it's easier for us to tell our own story and advice, but we need to keep in mind that feedback isn't actually needed in some cases. We just need to hear the person out. And yep, that is the theory of empathetic listening. Thank you.